Truckin' Chubby Sports. We'll be back in our yapping. We ain't never capping. Not subtracting. So what's happening? This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what you know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what I know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what we know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the fans' point of view and what we know. So let's go.
Out there, let's go. Welcome to Sports with Truckin' Chubby Sports, man. Let's get it and let's go. We on the roll right now. Look, y'all, look. So, I want to make a video today for Value Person, but he really got me looking into Nebraska real tough and real hard. Shout out to the OG out there in the barbershop. We talking. Raw, what up? Dave, what up? Coach Hayes, what up? What up with y'all up out there? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with everybody? Shad, what up? Shad, what up? LMV, what up? What's up? You got me? I can keep naming for that. Bodie, what up? What up with everybody up out there? You know, Auntie, what up? Everybody be supporting me, man. I love all the support and everything, man. Why don't y'all go hit that like button one time? Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, man. You know, and you'll get your name up on the intro too. You know, we on the road. The 4K right now, trying to get it up there. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. But I want to talk about why you shouldn't be sleeping on the Nebraska Cornhuskers if they're on your schedule this year. Last couple of games, they only lost by 3 points and by 7 in a 7-point game. Okay. So if you want to know exactly what that is, I can pull that up really quickly. Okay. Or you can do so yourself. You know their schedule. So, a little bit about their schedule, though. You know what I mean? They lost to Iowa, their last game of the season, by 3. They lost to Wisconsin by 7. They lost to Maryland by 3. They lost to Michigan State by 3. And they beat Purdue and they beat Northwestern. That's in their last 6, okay? Shout out to them. So, their season they could have an 8-win season real quick, okay? A lot of the Nebraska fans say they were a quarterback away from that. You know, they were a quarterback away. I want to talk about how the Nebraska Cornhuskers or their defense is only have 4 seniors on it. Now, are they losing all 4 seniors? I do not know that for a fact if they're losing all 4 seniors, because you know you can play when you married, got kids, and you can go into your 7th, 8th, 9th season up out here, you know what I'm saying? So we do not know about, you know what I'm saying, how if they're coming back or not, okay? But what I do want to say is that they are returning all of their offensive linemen, all of them, okay? And y'all know Truckin' Chubby do his homework, baby. I do my homework, okay? So I'm going to tell y'all who they're returning. Ben Scott, their center, on PFF, Pro Football Focus, overall offense 63.8, pass blocking 72, run blocking 61.6. They are also returning both of their tackles. Not that they both are okay, but you know there's some improving. Everybody could. But let's start with Bryce Bernhardt. Okay, overall PFF got him on the offense as a 70.3. Pass blocking, 66.5. Run blocking, 69.8. The other tackle, Turner Cochran. Excuse me if I got your last name wrong. I am bad with pronunciations. Offensively, 54. Pass, 37.5. Run, 60.9. Obviously, they can improve on another tackle, right? Okay. Their guard, Ethan Piper, is coming back. 63.8, 60 overall offensively. Pass blocking, 65.3. Okay, run blocking 64.3. That is a well-balanced offensive line, men. Okay, let's just call it what it is. But who did they go and get? Another interior offensive lineman from where? Florida Gators. Where? Mika Mays. That's what I'm going to call him, Mika Mays. Overall, on PFF, they have him as a 71.4. Excuse me. Pass blocking, 69.1. Run blocking at a 72. That is very high. That is very high. They scored with that offensive lineman, okay? Now, what other smart thing did he go and do? He went to some of the other rosters, looked around at the talent, evaluated, and you cannot rank the linebacker they grabbed from Syracuse, Stephon Thompson, but you can go back and look at his film in high school. Absolute beast, okay? Probably a depth piece, you know what I mean? Because there's other guys that's in the system. They're returning so many players. So many players. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Hold on. Let me talk about the additions that they brought really quick. Dante Dow, the running back from Oregon. Can you evaluate him? But you know he was on the Oregon roster, so you know you're bringing a funk with him, right? Isaiah Nair, wide receiver from Texas. Can you evaluate him? No. Where was he at? Texas. A lot of people say, a lot of the experts say, a lot of the coaches say that Texas could have played in the SEC last year. I agree 100% with that. They had the roster to play out there. Now, would have they been as competitive as they were in the Big 12? Nobody knows that. It's up for speculation. But we do know that they had a roster to compete in the SEC last year. Agree? Okay. Who did they go and grab up? A wide receiver, big body that can block in Jamal Banks from Wake Forest. Why would they go and grab him? Because first of all, he's a 4-star. Overall rating on PFF, they got him as a 77.4. Pass, 72.6. Run, 63.0. Receiving, 78.6. Let's go. Let's go. That's a gem. That was a gem for mattrhule to grab up out there, okay, and that staff. Run blocking, the most important thing. Why? Because you're in a conference that goes run heavy. 55.3 for a receiver. That is good blocking for a receiver. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is good blocking for a receiver. Big body on the outside. And he also can catch. He can get it done. He can get it done. I already told you now. I explained to you. They're bringing back their core players. You know what I mean? They are bringing back a lot of their players. Only 4 seniors on that entire roster of Nebraska Cornhuskers. Everybody has the experience. They're coming back. They're not jumping in the portal. So, oh yeah, they are. They jumping in the portal. Okay, let's see who jumped in the portal from Nebraska. Who did Nebraska lose? Jake Applegate, tight end. He left. Javier Morton, a cornerback. He left. Tim and Liam. To me, he was probably one of the most significant losses at cornerback because he was also a hitter, tackler, but I could get up into that. Did they replace him? I believe they did. Why? Because they went and got the Bly Hill from St. Francis, PA. Bly Hill from St. Francis, PA. What is you talking about, Chubby? I'm about to tell you right now. Okay, Bly Hill. Yes, he had to work on some coverage, but didn't show time Liam. One thing you know what you're going to get up out of Bly Hill is that he can tackle. He can tackle. That is one thing that you need in the Big Ten on the edge. He is like an extra outside linebacker. He can cover well enough, but you know for sure he's not letting nobody run around him. He's good at slipping a block and making tackles, and you need that in the Big Ten. And you need that for for outside competition too. I'm telling you. So you say Nebraska Cornhuskers. Why we got to watch out for them? Well, they were a top 5 defense in the Big Ten. The Big Ten wasn't. The Big Ten was a what? The national champions came up out of the Big Ten, and everybody kept saying that. Oh, they didn't. They played the national champions. Did they not? Did they not? Let's make sure that if they played the national champions, they did. They didn't match up very well against the national champions, but they played the national champions. Okay. And we can go with that, and you can evaluate off of that, because listen, when you face that kind of competition, no, they didn't stand up well. They got beat around 45-7, but that was to the national champions. And then you can argue and say, well, Washington only scored 13, but then you'll have your people that will say, well, they scored in garbage time. Garbage time, what? It was a turnover. They really couldn't do nothing with them. So nobody could really do anything with Michigan last year, but everybody kept saying Michigan and Ohio State, they're not playing anybody in the Big Ten. Okay, well, what happened? So obviously the Big Ten put some respect on the Big Ten's name. That conference is for real, and it was for real, and it's only going to get tougher this year with the adds of Washington, UCLA, USC, and Oregon, may I add. Now, will they still stack up? Of course they will, because they have, like I said, all their players are returning. Mainly all their players are returning. There was 4 seniors, and then the players that I named out of there, okay? But there's a lot of people on our roster, a lot of people on that defense. A lot of people on that defense. They're not losing many. Okay? And the linebacker. There was a linebacker. Linebacker was very important. That was a loss. You know what I mean? I cannot say that he wasn't, because he was a loss. Luke was a loss to Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hopefully they can replace Luke, and I'm sure that they will, because of the development and the coaching that's going on. The staff is stable out there and everything else, right? Back to the top 5. How many yards per game did they let up last year? Total yards per game, they let up 303 games on an average, okay? That was just behind Iowa, which was they were the second best team. They did go to the championship for the Big Ten. They did. They didn't win it, but hey, look, they went, okay? They went. They let up 274. It's not saying much, but Ohio State let up 259. Michigan let up 239. Penn State only let up 223. Penn State didn't go anywhere, right? Okay. Big Ten was, what? Can we say it again? Was very competitive. Okay. Now, when you get to looking at how many rushing yards did they let up, you want to know how many passing yards? They only let up 210 passing yards per game. Plus, when they play the best quarterback in college football, that would probably be returning this year, one of the best, arguably, in Shedeur. They got the Shedeur like 7 times last year in that game. They wanted the Blues in the game, preferably, because if you watched it, it was probably a lot of the offensive miscues that happened during the game, right? We're not just talking about that. I'm talking about everybody in a total, that you should be not sleeping on Nebraska Cornhuskers, because if you do, they will come in and they will smack you in the mouth. They only let up 18 points per game on average. Yes, the exception was to Michigan, about 40, but the whole total average on defense scoring 18 points. You cannot run for 100 yards on that defense. That was not happening. That is very good in the Big Ten. That was the 3rd best run defense in the Big Ten. Behind whom, do you ask? They were a better run defense than Ohio State last year. They were only behind Michigan and Penn State when it came to stopping the run. And it wasn't by much. With Michigan, the national champions, they let up only 87 yards per game rushing. Nebraska 92. Pretty close. So when you really get to thinking about what's going on out there, and I just want y'all to really pay attention to this, I'll be making some videos with some surprise teams. So make sure you hit that notification bell down below. Like the video, leave some comments and tell me what you think about Nebraska Cornhuskers and who you think could take them out. But what I'm warning everybody out there, and the experts, coaches, and everybody, do not sleep on Nebraska Cornhuskers. Don't do it. All right? Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.